Right. I decided to make a song and I thought I'd record the whole thing and show you how I made it. Right. Fuck. And yeah, just decided to go in a completely different direction that I've never done before. What could go wrong? Literally everything went wrong. So normally my songs start out. So like most of my songs, I've start out with an idea, I record that into my phone, and then I bring that in Ableton. Right here. Then moved on to making a little simple drum loop. As you can see here, all the samples are from Splice, because I don't have a drum kit. Usually the voice note's got a guitar in it, so it's already kind of written. I just need to redo it better. But that obviously takes me like half an hour because I'm shit. Next step would be to like stick a little bass in. So I wanted to keep the bass like pretty subtle. Fuck. And deep in the mix. God, I sound like a prick. Next step is backing vocals, and I've got a bit of an addiction to adding far too many of them, but no one can stop me. So, and it's my song. They sound good. It's about at this point that I think about the lead vocal ideas like melody, chorus, because that's the most important part. So it's good to get that out of the way and get sounding fat. Shite singing, man. You're shite. It just sounds like a regular track, and you need to add some weird shit to it to make it cool, so all the cool, edgy people will be like, that's fucking cool. So yeah, I did that. I added some weird distorted vocal-y yes that sound like whoa. Like Frank Ocean shit in it. Then move on to actually writing the lyrics and figuring out what I'm gonna say. Deep, meaningful lyrics. Most of the time I go on Rhyme Zone and I find one line and then I rhyme everything off of that. I make it make sense though, 90% of the time. I basically just sit there with my guitar going over and 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 just keep playing it and figuring it out and keep playing it and figuring it out and keep playing it and figuring it out. This process is a little bit, it just fucks with you. You just go mad and it kind of sucks, but it works. So at this point I had a little listen and I thought it was shit. It was there but it wasn't there. It's weird. It's like there's something there, but it wasn't right at all, which is quite annoying, disappointing. So once I realised it was shit, it's time to figure out what's wrong. How can we make it better? Is it the verse? Is it the chorus line? Is it guitar? Or is it just completely shit and a waste of time and just all give up and go home? Like he's trying really hard to figure it out, but deep down he knows he's going to have to start again. So I figured it out. It was the rhythm was wrong. For the style of song, the rhythm sounded shit and it sounded weird and slow and laborious and boring, and no one goes on Spotify to be bored. So I decided to completely start again. New drums, new guitar, new everything. This time around I wanted it to be like kind of psychedelic and weird and retro vibes, if that's a thing. I wanted to have a completely different vibe and sound with like flanger on the guitars and chorus and all sorts going on. Just really push the boat out and make it weird. And yeah, basic song structure would go guitar solo, verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus, repeat, and that's it. Decided to add a little hook guitar line to the chorus, mainly rhythmically, keep it moving along. I chopped off the tail end of the guitar because with them on, it just sounded really too full and like too messy for the mix at this point. Followed the same process as before, just like, you know, drums, guitar, bass, bang, done. we're in, we're back where we were. Bang. That wasn't that hard, was it? Whole new song. Happy days. To layer up my snares and like alternate them, so one will be one snare on its own and then one will be two, so it's just got that variation. It kind of gives it a more live sound and fills it out more, so like the second snare is punctuated, and I think that really helps. So by this point I'd kind of written on guitar actual words to the chorus, so just decided to track them down and do my best Alex Turner impression. When it comes to the chorus vocals, I always track them 3 times just to fill it out, and it just defines it a bit more and adds more drive to the vocal. Also do a weird thing where I duplicate the main lead vocal, duplicate it twice and pitch it up by an octave and down by an octave and put it really low in the mix, and that just drives that middle line forward more. Time for my tea. Once again, my backing vocal addiction resurfaced, and I decided to add at least 20 tracks to the main chorus. I'm not ashamed. So I had the chorus kind of set out in the vibe. It was time to move back onto the pre-chorus, sort out the guitars again, redo the vocals, try and still have the vibe of the first version, because that was quite cool. That was a cool bit of it that I didn't keep. So I wanted to maintain that through to the version 2. To like emulate the weird thing that I did in version 1 that was really cool, I decided to take one of the vocals, pitch it up so you back down so the original. Anyway, that's all way too complicated. I did some weird shit with the vocals and it sounded fucking cool. Kept adding like weird vocal stuff, like a shout with like delays on it, so it just had this sort of like grand build-up effect. Easy, cool, we going. Drum samples on the chorus that I was only really using for hi-hats, so it had an auto filter on it with EQ, and then I took that off, and that was kind of the main drive throughout this middle eight, because I felt like kind of was lagging with just the downbeat, so I wanted a bit more action in the drums just to keep it pushing forward. Yeah, and more backing vocals because I just can't help myself. Then moved on to just layering up little synths here and there that poke out, add a bit more variety. Yeah. Pretty simple stuff. The next day it was time to write the verse 1, and the reason that it's taken me this long is because I hate doing it. I just sit there, go through it over and over and over and over and over and over until I build it all up. I just keep going through, get to the end, break down, keep going through, get to a little bit further, break down, and that until I've got one whole verse. It all out, figuring out what I want to say as an artist, what I want to say. Write the chorus and then make the verse make sense to the chorus, so it's just rough themes of things. You're wasting your time. Figure it out, track it all down, and then I go through the same process. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, nothing that I've not covered already. Well, this is the point where it's kind of half. The song's there, it's there, you've got it, you can see it, or well, hear it. I like to write a list, as you can see. Well done, big man. Well done. At this point, you can't be doing that like this guy, like this big man here. Then you know your song's shit. So I've kind of polished most of it up. I do the exact same process for verse 2, and then track the vocals, and then do the backing vocals, and then, yeah, that's basically it. That's it. That's how I did it. That's how I made a song. Go listen